Hello there, you're welcome to today's edition of editorials broadcast from Canada. My name is Sanjoa Asante. Today we're looking at two seemingly things. First of all, Ethiopia denying killing Sudanese soldiers, as well as Anthony Blinken calling for negotiations amid Ethiopia military escalation. So I'll be back after the break. Stay tuned. You're welcome back from the break. We're starting off with the Ethiopian army chief has denied accusations that government forces killed Sudanese soldiers at the border between the two countries, the US-based pro-Ethiopian government ESAT-TV reported. General Berhanu Jula said there was no reason to attack Sudanese and that the country was not in a position to carry out such attacks as it was fighting the forces from the northern region. The two countries have been having a border dispute or an ongoing disagreement over the shared waters of the Nile River. The army chief said he hoped the issues could be resolved peacefully through dialogue. Sudanese media has also claimed that the Ethiopian forces killed dozens of Sudanese soldiers in the disputed Al-Fashaga border area, where the northwest of Ethiopia's Amhara region meets Sudan's breadbasket, Gedaref state. Now we look at Anthony Blinken looking for the negotiation. So U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is greatly concerned about Ethiopia's military escalation and called for an urgent negotiations over the crisis. A U.S. State Department spokesperson said. The comment later on Friday came hours after Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed appeared on the front line with the National Army. Secretary Blinken expressed grave concerns about worrying signs of military escalations in Ethiopia and emphasized the need to urgently move to negotiations, Ned Price said in a statement. Price released a statement after a phone call between Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta and Blinken. On Friday, Ethiopia state-affiliated Fana Broadcasting reported that Abiy Ahmed was on the front line with the army fighting forces, that is the Tigrayan forces in the northeastern of our region. Abiy posted the same video on his Twitter account. "We won't give in until we bury the enemy," he said in a recorded statement, adding that the army's morale was high. Abiy's government has been fighting Tigrayan forces for more than a year in a conflict that has killed tens of thousands of people and also displaced millions in Africa's second most populous nation. On Friday, the United Nations World Food Programme WFP said the number of people requiring food aid in the country's north has surged to more than 9 million. The conflict began in November 2020 when Abiy, the Nobel Peace Prize winner, sent troops to Tigray to remove the region's governing party, the Tigray People's Liberation Front, TPLF. The TPLF dominated the federal government for nearly 30 years until Abiy took office in 2018. After a few weeks, government forces seized Tigray's capital, Mekelle, in what seemed to be a decisive victory. However, the war raged on, and by June 2021, Tigrayan forces has retaken most of the region and pushed into the neighboring Afar and Amhara regions. The Tigrayan forces recently reported major territorial gains and saying this week to have seized a town just about 220 kilometers, that is 135 miles from the capital, Addis Ababa. Much of northern Ethiopia is under communications blackout and access for journalists is severely restricted, making, battlefield claims difficult to verify. But in August, the TPLF effort to neutralize the northern command of the Ethiopian, that's what we're looking at. So the federal army, just before the Tigray war broke out last year, can also be viewed from a similar perspective, while some consider these steps treasonous, but Tigray's leaders were deeply concerned about the measures Abiy has begun taking soon after he assumed power, which notably included the gradual purging of Tigrayans from the Ethiopian security and defense establishment, the unlawfulness, disbanding and replacement of the RDF by the Prosperity Party, and the opacity of the Ethiopian-Eritrean rapprochement. Along before evidence emerged that Addis Ababa was preparing for an eventful military showdown in Tigray. TPLF leaders were indeed much more attuned to Abiy's maneuver on the grounds than his carefully cultivated public image as a man of peace. Alarmingly, the moves, including massing Ethiopian soldiers and units of Amhara special forces near the southern borders of the Tigray, and Abiy's efforts to reconstitute the leadership of the powerful Northern Command, which were rebuffed by Tigray's seasoned politicians who refused to place the destiny of their people in the hands of the powerful groups and individuals who were congregating around Abiy and who deeply resent the trajectory of the country under the TPLF. But military, Tigray's military, that's what I'm talking about, and political leaders are confident that they have pushed the Ethiopian military out of their territory permanently and are now signaling that Tigray will never disarmed whether or not the region chooses to stay in some form of political union with Ethiopia. Considering the intensifying of the military campaigns they faced in the last year, it is not entirely surprising that the leaders appeared determined to build an army that could guarantee the safety and security of Tigray for the foreseeable future. Thank you so much for watching today's editorials. This is where I draw the curtains on it. My name is Sandra Asante. You should have a fantastic day.